Let's read where Jesus was tempted by Satan in the wilderness in Matthew chapter 4. We'll read chapter 4, verses 1 through 11 tonight. You can also find these scriptures in Mark chapter 1 and Luke chapter 4. It gives similar accounts of Jesus being tempted by Satan. So again, we'll read Matthew chapter 4, starting in verse 1. It says, "Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. After fasting 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. The tempter came to him and said, 'If you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread.' Jesus answered, 'It is written, man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God.' Then the devil took him to the holy city, and he had him stand on the highest point of the temple. 'If you are the Son of God,' he said, 'throw yourself down, for it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and they will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone.'" Pause. So the tempter here is quoting back scripture to Jesus, as Jesus quoted the Old Testament in verse 4. Continue, verse 7. Jesus answered him, "It is also written, do not put the Lord your God to the test." Again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their splendor. "All this I will give to you," he said, "if you will bow down and worship me." Jesus said to him, "Away from me, Satan, for it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve him only." And then the devil left him, and angels came and attended him. And it gives a nice overview of this in the Application Study Bible, where it says, this time of testing showed that Jesus really was the Son of God, able to overcome the devil and his temptations. A person has not shown true obedience if he or she has never had an opportunity to disobey. We read, for example, in Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 2, that God led Israel into the desert to humble and test them. God wanted to see whether or not his people would really obey him. And we too will be tested. And because we know that this testing will come, we should be alert and ready for it. Remember, your convictions are only strong if they hold under pressure. And so many times I've prayed, God, hey, I feel like I've been impatient. Please give me the opportunity to be patient. Or I'll pray it more simply, again, just, hey, God, help me be patient. And instead of it actually manifesting where I'm just patient the next morning, there will be a time in my life where the opportunity will present itself to be patient. And am I going to lean on God and allow him to work through me, even if the human side of me doesn't want to be patient? The point there is, like, until it is tested, I guess we don't really know if we are going to be courageous or patient or faithful. That's just so true. Is remember, your convictions are only strong if they hold up under pressure. And Jesus gives just a beautiful example of quoting back scripture. And I mean, this guy, Jesus had been 40 days without food. It's just insane that amazing that he was able to avoid temptation, lean on God, quote scripture, and then say, "Away from me, Satan." I think there's a lot that we can learn when we are either tired or when we're hangry or when we're in a difficult season, whatever the circumstance is. Modeling just Jesus resisting temptation, resisting the devil, resisting giving any foothold to evil. And it's the hardest time to avoid those things is when we are in difficult seasons or tired or weary. Let's actually lean on this example, this perfect example of Jesus avoiding the temptations that Satan was throwing at him. And I'll also encourage you to read the Mark and Luke accounts as well. It's day 306.